Welcome to the Precision Dairy Technology Survey Explorer. This tool is an interactive companion to a study published in the Journal of Dairy Science by Mauzan, Doria, and Cabrera, which surveyed United States dairy farmers about which precision technologies they use, why they adopted them, and why they didn't. The paper reports those results as tables. This tool lets you answer the same questions the survey asked and see where your operation falls relative to the farms that responded. Everything runs in your browser. The tool is organized as tabs down the left side. Clicking any tab switches to it immediately. Overview sits at the top, followed by 8 tabs that track the structure of the survey, then your profile and sources. Previous and next buttons at the bottom of each tab let you work straight through. The Overview tab summarizes the study. 81 farms completed the survey, representing 48,000 cows across 17 states. 81.5% run at least one precision technology, wearables being the most common at 64%. Among farms that have not adopted, purchase cost ranked as the #1 barrier for every technology in the study. Below those figures is the survey's own instrument. Respondents placed themselves on a single slider between two competing reasons to buy. 0, the technology fits your routine. 100, it pays for itself. Drag it to your position. The red line is the survey median of 67, a clear lean toward return on investment. The shaded band is the full range of answers given. Below that give information on how to use the tool and what the survey found. The Your Herd tab places your operation against the farms in the study. Enter your herd size and rolling herd average. A selector switches between pounds and kilograms. The scale is logarithmic because herds ranged from 15 cows to 9,000. The colored bands are the study's size classes. Small is 90 cows or fewer, medium is 91 to 499 cows, and large is 500 or more. The red marker is you. The summary above identifies your class, compares your rolling herd average to that class median, and reports what share of farms your size adopted at least one technology. Note the two charts at the bottom of the Your Herd tab. Small farms were a quarter of respondents but under 3% of the cows. Large farms were also a quarter of respondents but 80% of the cows. The Who Answered tab describes the survey population, with a toggle between two views. The Farms view lets you set your production system, breed, housing, and milking system, marking your matching row in red in the table below. Below is the regional breakdown. Because Western operations are large and carry a substantial share of national milk, yet only represented 5% of the study, the authors flag this as the study's main gap. The People view shows role, age, and education of the respondents. The What They Want tab covers what respondents said makes a technology worth having. The first view lists 13 characteristics. Select up to 3, and your picks appear in red against the survey ranking. Each bar has two parts. The full bar is the share who named it in their top 3, the darker segment the share who named it as their single most desirable. Reducing labor appeared in the most top 3 lists, but high return on investment was chosen as the single most desirable more often than anything else. The second view asks where on the farm you want technology. Health and reproduction dominate. The What's on Farms tab is the adoption inventory. The checklist covers all 12 technologies in 5 families: automated milking, parlor milk sensors, wearables, cameras, and calf systems. Tick the ones you use. The Adoption by Technology view shows each device as a 3-part bar: active adopters in orange, discontinued in dark orange, never adopted in gray. Anything you tick turns red. Wearables lead at 64%, driven by collars. Cameras trail under 10%, which the authors attribute to the small number of validated products available. The How Many Per Farm view stratifies adoption by herd size, and the relationship is steep. Every large herd ran at least one technology and nearly half ran 3 or more. Among small herds, almost half ran none. The Why They Bought tab reports adopters' reasons, readable from either direction. Start from a technology ranks all 9 reasons for why they bought the device. The Start from a reason allows you to change a reason for a farm or a technology, noting adopters could select any amount of reasons. It then shows for each reason what technologies adopters who picked that reason have. The Why They Didn't tab reports the answers from respondents who knew a technology existed but had not adopted it. Only those respondents were asked the question. The Reasons for Passing view ranks all 12 barriers for the family you select. Cost of purchase ranked first for every family without exception, 85% for automated milking systems. The tool also reports which barriers nobody selected. Complexity barely registered. Not one non-adopter of robots, parlor sensors, or wearables called the technology too complicated. Cameras are the exception. There the leading concern was doubt the data would be useful at all. The awareness view on this same tab shows over 90% for robots and calf feeders, but only the low 60s for cameras. The How They Use It tab reports how long adopters have had each technology and how often they open its data. The survey reached both ends of the adoption curve. Half of milk yield meter owners have had them more than 10 years. By contrast, every rumen bolus, body condition camera, and lameness camera owner bought within the last 5 years. On data access, the pattern is demanding. More than 90% of automated milking systems open their data more than once a day, and most technologies are checked at least daily. This connects to the How They See It tab. Farmers open this data constantly, and they also report it takes significant time. The How They See It tab presents the survey's 8 perception statements, rated 1 to 5. Each row is both a chart and an input. Buttons tinted teal mark the middle half of respondents. The button labeled MED is the survey median, and clicking any number records your answer in red. Only one statement differed by herd size. Medium herds were markedly more negative about whether educational resources exist. The Your Profile tab collects everything you entered into one table: your answer, the survey result, and where you sit relative to respondents. A copy as text button places it on your clipboard. The Sources tab gives the full citation, which is open access, and 3 cautions the authors raise. The sample opted in, so a true response rate could not be calculated. The West is underrepresented, with 4 respondents. And small adopter counts inflate percentages. 3 farms ran lameness cameras, so one of them equals 33%. The Precision Dairy Technology Survey Explorer was developed by Sanjay Degam under guidance of Dr. Victor Cabrera at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It was based on the paper, A Survey of U.S. Dairy Farmer Perception and Adoption of Precision Dairy Technologies, published in the Journal of Dairy Science. It is available at dairymgt.cals.wisc.edu.